Welcome back to Ball-Based Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the most incredible Taiwanese pork chop. Marinated and then fried to a crispy golden brown. Simple and delicious. Let's get to it. Now, to begin the marinade, we'll need pork chops, soy paste, cooking wine, oyster sauce, 5-spice, sugar, white pepper, salt, garlic, and some scallion. To fry the pork chops, we'll be using sweet potato starch and some all-purpose flour. We'll be marinating 6 pork chops, a total of around 2.5 pounds. Begin by trimming off any excess fat. Just like that. Repeat for all the pork chops. Six pork chops, nice and lean. Next, it's time to tenderize. Put the pork chops in a plastic bag and just begin banging. You want to be able to get them nice and flat, suck up all that tasty marinade. It also makes it much easier for frying. Flip it over and do the other side. You can see a little bit of the hammer marks. That's exactly what we want. Repeat this for all 6 pork chops. Then, put the bowl aside. Next for the scallions. Chop off any bad ends, then cut the scallions into inch-sized pieces. For the white ends of the scallions, use your knife and give them a light smack. This will activate the flavor when putting it in the marinade. For the garlic, 4 large cloves. Just smack it with the skin on to make it easy to peel. Next, to prep the sauce, we'll be using soy paste, 2 tablespoons, oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon, we're using Shaoxing cooking wine, 1 tablespoon, sugar, 3 heaping tablespoons, salt, 1 tablespoon, white pepper, half a tablespoon, 5-spice, half a tablespoon. This stuff is powerful. Now give it a nice mix and make sure that all the ingredients are combined. Now drizzle the sauce on top of the pork chops. Then 1/4 cup of water in the remainder of the bowl. This will ensure the pork stays nice and juicy. Give the pork chops a hefty mix with your hands, making sure that the marinade is evenly coated around each piece. Put some saran wrap on it. And now we're done with the marinade. Leave this in your fridge for 12 hours minimum, up to 2 days. Now that the pork chops are nice and marinated, it's time to batter. We'll be using 3 parts sweet potato starch, about half a cup here, and 1 part all-purpose flour, a little less than 1/4 of a cup. I'll give that a nice stir. Feel free to adjust the amount of batter used depending on how many pork chops you want to fry. Just be sure to use a 3:1 ratio. Nice and mixed. Dip the pork chops in there and you want to give them a hefty covering with the starch and flour. Be sure to push down so the starch sticks nicely to each piece. Do the same with the other side. Shake off any excess. Just like that, a full and even coating. Repeat for each piece. I'll be frying 3 pork chops today and saving the rest for another time. Nicely coated. Now it's time to fry. Turn your frying pan to a high heat. Wait for it to get a little bit hot before pouring the oil in. Pour in your vegetable oil enough to completely submerge the pork chops while cooking. Then let your oil get to the right temperature. A quick trick, put a chopstick in the oil, and if it bubbles, it's ready. Just like that. Now, carefully put in the pork chops away from you, ensuring that the oil does not splash towards you. Make sure that each piece has enough breathing room. We'll be doing 2 at a time. Let that fry on a high heat for 1 minute, and then turn the heat down to a medium. Then, 3 minutes on each side. Don't forget to flip. Now take them out. Carefully shake off any excess oil. And last pork chop in, same rules apply. 1 minute on high, then 3 minutes medium on each side. Done. And you can see just how crispy that pork chop looks. That's the magic of sweet potato starch. To plate this, cut the pork chop into strips. Just like that. Finish cutting each piece. Ta-da! A delicious Taiwanese pork chop. Crispy golden brown and insanely juicy on the inside. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Thanks for watching.